Are we live yet? Okay,
Yes.
there we go.
Hello.
Now we are live. Good evening, good evening. This is Andre from Overcoming the Odds down here in Florida. And you're going to get exactly what you see right here is how to learn to use Instagram to not so much just generate leads and sales, but also just basically build a business through Instagram. And pull out your notebooks because I'm very curious about this one. I'm very curious about this social media platform. So we have a special guest that we will be going over this as well. So I'm really stoked about this as well. And I didn't want to throw up all over him a couple of days ago because I got to save the questions for today. So without me going on any further, let me go and introduce the rest of the panel, starting with Miss Patricia. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Patricia Henry, and I'm here from the high desert of California, where it is still hot. It's still about 100 degrees, and I hear the weekend it's supposed to be hotter. So, but you know what? Instagram and learning the tips and tricks about that is even hotter. So stay tuned.
Hi guys, my name is Neil Henson. I'm currently residing at the UK. I could only wish that the temperature was that warm over here. It is actually we're probably only about 8 degrees over here, so it's not exactly warm. But hey ho, it's good all the same because we're here tonight and we're all here to learn about Instagram. So grab your notebooks because there'll be a lot of tips and hopefully you will have everything you need by the end of today to kind of just get going with Instagram because I will share one thing about Instagram. This is one thing that I know. It is the most socially engaged platform there is. Take Facebook, take Google Plus. They're all huge, but I do know that Instagram is the most socially engaged platform there is. So make sure that you get your pen, paper, take notes, and just apply everything that you learned tonight because it is going to be interactive, and we're gonna give you everything you need to get started. So without further ado, I'll be sharing our special guest tonight. His name's Aaron Martinez. So take it away, Aaron.
Hey everybody, this is Aaron, and I just wanted to welcome you guys to this hangout and tell you that I've had a lot of interesting things happen over the course of time that I've been involved in this business, and one of the biggest discoveries I made was the app Instagram and how powerful it is to leverage in your marketing and in your business. So I'm delighted to share that with you. I live here in Albuquerque, New Mexico, out in the Southwest in the United States, and I'm just really happy to be on this hangout with you tonight. And yeah, so I'll turn it back over to these other guys, and we'll go from there.
All right. This is my another not so much my question, Aaron. I know a lot of people are already wondering right now, already asked this main thing. It's just exactly who is Aaron Martinez? How do you get into the home-based business profession, especially within our community? And then how were you able to basically decide as far as which way you want to use as far as a marketing strategy? Okay, so it's a little bit more than this one question, but you pretty much understand where I'm coming from. I'm just kind of real curious. I know a lot of people are as well as far as okay, who is Aaron Martinez for one, and then the community that you're part of. What was interesting for you? What was interesting to you to come into the community, and then what do you find out as far as this the main? How do we be able to just basically stay focused on this one strategy and just basically implement it for your business? Like, how do you come about finding that strategy?
That's a great question. So my background, let me tell you a little bit about myself. I grew up in Southwest Kansas, in a small town of about 20,000 people. Grew up, went all the way through high school. Then I went to college at Kansas State University to study electrical engineering, and got a minor in music. And then after that, I quickly did what everybody expected me to do, which was go out and find a job in my career field. And so I got a job in as an electrical engineer, just starting out of college. And 2 years after that, out of the blue one day, I got laid off. And it was totally a surprise to me, totally a shock. And it was very difficult to find another job, but eventually I did. And then I stayed working at this job in Wichita, Kansas for another 4 years. And then after that, I just kind of, I wanted to be closer to family, and a lot of my family lived here in New Mexico. So I saw a job opportunity. I took it. I came here, and I love it here. And yeah, you know, my history with the network marketing industry is, you know, I tried something, you know, years back in 2008, and I really didn't know what I was getting into. I just knew it sounded cool. It appealed to me for some reason. I like the idea of freedom. I like the idea of being able to, you know, be my own boss and get around like-minded people. But, you know, when I was involved in that, it all happened around the time of my layoff. So I ended up having to quit because I needed all the money I could get my hands on, you know, just to get by during that time. And so I'd quit that company, and then it wasn't until, you know, early last year in 2014, I saw that a friend of mine from college, he was doing, you know, a network marketing opportunity. So I was like, you know, I was just really intrigued by it, and you know, I've always had something in the back of my mind, you know, that, you know, this is what I want to do. I just need to find the right people and, you know, the right opportunity, and so I found it and I jumped in. You know, I went all in. I just, you know, dove right in, and just wanted to, you know, learn everything I could. That's the one thing I wanted to do, is just try and learn as much as I could. And you know, that's something that a lot of people probably try to do in the beginning, is they try to learn everything. They think that if they study this one thing, or if they go through enough training, they'll be able to find that one magic thing that'll make them able to earn money. And what I found was, the more I was trying to just learn everything, the less action I was taking. And so without taking action, I wasn't making any money. And you know, it got frustrating. It made me just want to, like, there were times I wanted to quit because, you know, it wasn't working the way that I thought it was going to work. And then all of a sudden, I attended my first event. And guys, if there's anything that I want to get across to you, is the importance of attending live events. It'll change everything. You'll actually get around people physically, and you'll see that it's real. Like, you will know that it's real, and you'll be able to, you know, network, make good connections. I mean, look at all of us here. We're all from different parts of the country and the world, you know, several time zones apart here. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You know, where I'm at right now, it's only 4 p.m., but I think where Neil is, it's what is it, like 11 p.m. or something?
Quarter past 11 is the peak.
Yeah, so it's, you know, different time zones and everything, but you know, after my first event, you know, I had a clear plan. I had a breakthrough. You know, I was like, man, I need to actually do what some of these guys are saying. You know, some of the leaders, and what they say is, you know, don't try and become a master at everything. Try to, you know, pick like one or two things and get really good at those, even if, you know, it's monotonous and boring. You know, if it's tedious work, whatever, just find something that works. And so one of the first things I tried to do was do paid traffic. I tried to, you know, and it's a good strategy. It really is. You know, Facebook pay-per-click ads, you know, it's great, but it does require a budget. You know, it requires you to have, you know, a marketing budget, which I didn't really, you know, have. You know, I had somewhat of a budget, but not as much as I would have liked. And you know, I got a lot of leads along the way, you know, doing that for the short time I did. And then I discovered that the people that were teaching me Facebook pay-per-click were doing Instagram. They were investing heavily in Instagram. And here's why. It's because it's free, and it's one of the, you know, it's like one of the top used social media platforms out there. And you know, it's everywhere, and people are using it, you know, and there's a lot of people out there that don't even know you can use it for marketing, like which is what I've been using it for. A lot of people just do it, you know, to, you know, take pictures and post them, and you know, they have their friends and family, you know, different followers, whatnot. But me, I saw it as something very, very powerful to reach a wide audience, and here's why. Because of the use of hashtags, Okay, if you don't know what a hashtag is, it's basically that pound symbol that you see in front of a lot of words people put out on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, different types of social media. What it does is if I hashtag, let's say I hashtag Tony Robbins, right? Great author, great motivational speaker. If I hashtag Tony Robbins and I put that on one of my images, and somebody is searching for the hashtag Tony Robbins, they're going to see all the images that everybody else out there has hashtagged as Tony Robbins. So if I want to reach people that are in that mindset that like to be motivated, like to like personal development and all that kind of stuff, I'll use hashtags like that to bring that audience to me, to get my content in front of them. And then I'll set up an Instagram profile that is congruent with the audience that I'm trying to reach. You can actually set up multiple Instagram profiles. I think per phone or per device you can set up 5 accounts, and you just got to use it. You got to leverage it, and you got to just start doing it. And what you want to do is post pictures, images, and then write captions that are kind of congruent to the message that you're trying to get out to your audience. You want to show them that you're involved in whatever it is that they're interested in.
Can I just ask a question then? So if you've got a self improvement image, for example. I'll give you one, because one that I recently posted. It was a Michael Jordan one. So basically, he was basically saying the reason why I am so successful is because I failed along the way. It was basically saying that how he failed so much is the reason why he's so successful. Now, if I was to post that, what kind of caption would I be able to write? So would I be able to put, fear of failure is perhaps the number one reason why people struggle to get started online, something like that? Is that?
Yeah, what you want to do is provide something of value. Your image is what gets people to click on the picture, right? Once they click on the picture, they see a caption below it. And if you write a message that kind of goes along with it, it's kind of like along the lines of like when you blog or when you do a Facebook post, anything. I do a lot of this on my Facebook too. I'll make images and I'll put quotes by people in the industry, motivation type quotes, inspirational quotes. I'll put them on those images, and that's one of the things, it attracts people. People see that stuff. They see they see the positive messages. They resonate with that stuff. And what you want to do is you want to write something in your caption that keeps their attention. Even if it's a short, small call to action. You could say, hey, if you'd like to know more about personal development and overcoming failure and using failure to your advantage in order to succeed in your home business or in your life, click the link or go visit the link in my bio, in my profile, because you can have one clickable link inside your Instagram profile. And so what that gives us an advantage to do is we can put our own link in there to anything we want. If we want to get somebody's eyes on a sales funnel for our company, we can do that. If we want to get somebody's eyes on a bridge video where we're talking about our story that leads them into a sales funnel or leads them to an opportunity, then we can do that as well. So everything you're doing is trying to lead people back to your profile so that they will engage with you through the link that you put in your profile. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Thank you for that tip. I mean, that I suppose that was the thing with me when I first got started with Instagram, and people were saying you need to go on Instagram, you need to go on Instagram because it's where all the traffic, it's where everybody engages, and like you say, it's one of the most socially engageable platforms there is. And I was just always trying to think about, how is it you're able to get people from there to your website if all you're doing is writing captions? And obviously, like you say, it's emphasising getting them back to your bio, because that's ultimately where people are going to want to know, I suppose, a bit more about you. So if I can just ask a quick question about the bio then. So have you got any general tips about what people should really be writing in there? So obviously, I mean, what I've heard, I mean, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I was told perhaps write something about what your perhaps website's all about, or how you can help them, or what they can get from you, and then point them towards the page. Or I mean, would that be the right place to go, or is there perhaps a better way?
Here's kind of what I do. I do it as if I'm talking to a person one-on-one. Like I'll ask, I'll be like, are you struggling in your online business? Are you tired of not getting leads and sales? I can help. And you use those emojis, those little icons, those little graphics you can put with your text. Yeah, you can use emojis, and you can do it right from your phone. As well. There's apps out there that'll allow you to do it, and you just make it colorful and compelling, and you get straight to the point. I mean, there's only a certain amount of characters that you're allowed in your Instagram profile. So what you want to do is speak to your audience, speak to their struggles, the things they're having trouble with, and then in a way, tell them that you have a solution, and then the very last line of your bio say click below, and put a couple of arrows, emoji arrows, on the sides. Click below, and the way it appears in your Instagram bio is your link appears right below that. So everything is kind of funneling back to your bio. They read your bio, and then they, because like when somebody is on Instagram and they see your stuff, they see your photo first, or, they'll see that you followed them. That's very important too. You want to go and follow people, you want to like people's photos, and you want to comment on their photos. Like give real value to them. Like don't treat it like it's just something that's not important. Treat them like we're in the business of building up people, so treat them like people. Like human beings. Give them value. Compliment them. If you like their image, tell them what you like about it. Maybe even say, hey, I appreciate you. If somebody follows you, maybe reach out to them. You could send a direct message to people that follow you. And what I like to do is attach an image that has my Facebook information on it. It'll say facebook.com/Aaron Martinez 82. That way, once they follow me and I see that they followed me, I'll go through my followers and I'll send that image to them with a message saying, hey, thank you for following me. I really, really appreciate it. And then they'll see my image and it'll say, hey, connect with me on Facebook. Then they'll see that and they'll come hit me up on Facebook. I'll get to talk to them almost immediately or whenever, That way I'm not relying totally on email.
Yeah.
To communicate with my leads. I'm actually getting them to come to me, and once they take that step and come to me, then I know that they're a little bit more engaged, they're a little bit more involved, they're a little bit more serious, and then I start chatting with them, asking questions, because with Facebook, Facebook does not like it when you go and add a bunch of friends. They'll put you in Facebook jail or whatever, when you add too many. But this way, through Instagram, you're getting people that come add you as a friend, and all you have to do is accept and then just start chatting with them. Start asking them what they do. That's the most important question. Ask them what they do, and then go from there.
So basically, what you're saying is you go onto Instagram, you engage with people on Instagram by liking their pictures, commenting on their pictures, and then ultimately, when people start commenting on yours or liking yours, you reach out to them, and because you reach out to them, they see that they can connect with you on Facebook, and you bring them across to Facebook. So that's how you link the two together.
Yes, and then, you know, when they follow you, because you can always go through and see who's been following you back. So the way you get follows is for you to go out and follow other people. So go out and follow people that are in the niche that you want to follow. Like, you can do a search for people that are into, you know, online marketing, or they're into vacations, or, you know, they're into motivation or inspiration, or, you know, world travel, anything. You can search that in, you know, through Instagram. It'll give you a list of all the people or all the pictures that have to do with that target audience. Then you can go through that and you can engage with people that you think, you know, are kind of in line with what you're all about, you know, with you know, people that you would like to be working with, you know. Because it's up to us to qualify them as much as it is for them to qualify us. We want to work with people that, you know, they are self-motivated. They are, you know, they are go-getters. They are, you know, people that, you know, that will take action. We don't want somebody, you know, necessarily who's, you know, we have to hold their hand the whole way through, you know. We want people that, you know, are really in it, you know, for the long haul. People that are serious, dedicated, and you know, that'll take the actions that we want them to take. So this is a good way to it's a good way to qualify them for our attention. You know what I mean? Like, so we get them, you know, we engage with them, then they engage with us. They come follow us, or they come request us as a friend on Facebook. Then we can chat with them on Facebook and kind of dig into what it is they're looking for and provide them with a solution. You know, we've got many different different products. You know, any network marketing company has various products that can help people achieve the things they want to achieve. So let's say you're in a health and fitness company, and, you know, you're not necessarily going to sell a bodybuilding, you know, product to somebody that just wants to do cardio, you know, or somebody that, you know, you may not want to sell, you know, like a yoga or Pilates deal to somebody that wants to lift weights, you know, to a bodybuilder. So various products, and you just got to kind of know what it is you want. You gotta question them. Let them do the talking. Let them tell you what they're all about, what they want, and then you provide them a solution.
No, that's awesome. But from that, I take it that when you say you're pre-qualifying them, I suppose in that respect, is it that you're putting out a message towards what your ideal target audience is too? So when you're talking, you know, when you're talking about muscle building in general, and you're talking about people who are focusing perhaps on the cardio side. So if you're focusing on the cardio rather than talking about muscle building in general, you're focusing more towards the cardio. So you're talking towards that audience rather than the whole subject in general, and therefore you're going to get...
Well, like, you're talking the whole subject in general, but it's during the conversation, once you find out what they want, that's how you know what product to sell them. Does that make sense? Like,
no,
if you want to sell them product A if they're doing this, product B if they're doing this. So, like, you find out what they want, and then you're like, okay, this person's probably would get a lot more benefit out of this product versus this product. And then with that, and, you know, one of the things I learned from following Ray Higdon is, you know, use the statement, if I, would you. You know, if I were to share with you how I'm generating, 30 leads a day using Instagram, would you be open to taking a look at a video that I can send you? And if they say yes, you say great. When will you be able to watch it? Let them tell you. Let them set the time. So they might say, okay, I'll watch it this afternoon, and then you can say, well, okay, great, tonight. So if I get a hold of you tonight at like 7 p.m., will you have watched it by then? They say yes. So you got them to say yes, and you got them to set the time. You got them to do everything. Yeah. The more times you can get them to tell you yes, the more times you can get them to engage with you and feel like they're in control, then the less they feel like they're being pitched. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
So now that they're in control, and now that they've set the appointment, they've said yes, you follow up with them when you said you would. So you tell them, okay, so I'll follow up with you at 7 then, and we'll go from there. So then 7 o'clock comes around, you call them up. Preferably you get on like Skype or you call them. It's so much better. It works so much better than just chatting with them. I mean, that works too, but it's much, much better if you get on Skype or something face-to-face, something where you can actually talk to them live. That way, it's more personal. And then once you do that, you say, hey, so you were able to watch the video. What did you like best about it? Don't ask them, did you like it, or what'd you think? Ask them, what did you like best? This will force them to really think about what they really liked about it, and they'll have to come up with an answer. And then if they'll think of something, and then they'll talk about X, Y, Z, whatever that they liked, and then you can be just like, great, sounds like you're ready to get started. Just be excited, be engaged with them, and then once you do that, you take it from there. If they're ready to get started, then you can send them to a sales page. Basically, you can get them signed up, and at that point you want to make sure that you make it very welcoming to them. Like, you're gonna help them get through some initial training, and you're gonna plug them into a certain system or into your team. You want them to feel welcome where they're at. So it's all of it is a process, but what it starts with me is Instagram most of the time. Instagram's been my primary platform to use to get people started in the door, and then it's a process. It may not all happen right immediately. Like, I may not have someone on Instagram follow me or whatever, and then come at me as a friend that day. People don't always check their direct messages. You just got to be patient and keep doing it. Just be consistent, because eventually people start to come around. People, they'll get into their Instagram and they'll check their direct messages. They'll be curious, and a lot of people don't see stuff like, hey, come follow me on Facebook. So they'll be like, hey, this guy posts, some pretty cool stuff on his Instagram. I wonder what his Facebook has on it. And then if you're posting lots of good value content on your Facebook, that just solidifies, the credibility that you have as an authority figure, as somebody that knows what they're talking about. And so that's what you want. You want people to get to know, like, and trust you. Once they know, like, and trust you, they'll buy from you. So, yeah.
I like that. Just something as simple as when you started off earlier, as far as hashtag, for example, Tony Robbins or Jim Rohn. For some reason, I never thought about that. I was just something, maybe I did hashtag like go get 'em or go get her or something. I was thinking when you said that, I was like, are you kidding me? Something that's that simple I was like, wow, it didn't ever hit me as far as attracting people obviously like-minded, just like us. I like that. I
And
do
here,
have to ask you one question, and hey, also comment below if you get a tremendous value from this as well, Aaron. Could you, and this is kind of like off the wall type of question, could you like maybe also put your Facebook profile link within the bio of Instagram, or would that be too much?
yes. As a matter of fact, this Instagram account I've got pulled up right here. That's what I'm doing. I've been doing that lately with some of my accounts because, like, to me, it's, you could send people to a capture page or whatever, but this kind of just gets them, you've got the direct messaging if they're following you and you direct message them. That's one way to tell them to go to Facebook. But another way to tell them is through your link that you put in your bio. So you can say like, hey, are you into motivational and inspirational type stuff? Are you looking to try and expand and learn how to leverage social media to market your online business? Come check out my Facebook profile for some examples of how I'm doing it. And links below. Click the link below, whatever, and then send them to your Facebook page. Then once they go to your Facebook, they friend you. So then you don't get in Facebook jail. You know what I mean? So yeah, exactly. That's you're on the right track with that. That's exactly that's one strategy you can take from Instagram is use your Facebook as your link.
That is so ninja. That is so ninja. I just did not know that. I like that. If you wanted to share too, man, because I know you had your phone connected to your computer. Hey, by all means, go ahead and share if you like to. That's fine. 'Cause, I think that's just so cool, man, about this.
I tell you what, I'll be honest with you. When I first got into Instagram, and I was trying to think how you can possibly get more people to engage with my photos and things like that. Again, I was just thinking, okay, how is it people are doing this? Because I've seen people getting 100 likes on there and comments, and I'm just like, how are they doing this? And obviously, I assumed it was the fact that they had a following, but I just wasn't paying attention to the hashtags that were blowing. I just thought I didn't even know what they were when I first got started. I'm just like, okay, I need to figure out what they are because there's a lot of them there. And it's just like you say, it just didn't occur to me that putting these hashtags would have such a tremendous effect on the actual amount of engagement that you would actually find, or how many people that can actually find your post as a result of it. And it's like I say, it's just such a simple strategy that, like I say, anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. Just simple, upload a page, put a bit of a caption like Aaron's mentioned, a couple of hashtags so it's defined by your category, and if you get your bio set up like Aaron's been mentioning, bring them across to your Facebook page, and like I say, that's where you build the relationship.
Yeah, exactly.
Aaron, I have a question. You would rather have them go to your profile? What if you have a business fan page or just a fan page?
You can put that as well. Whatever's going to drive them to add you as a friend. That way you can chat with them. What you want to do is get them to see your content. So if you have a Facebook fan page, you can put that in as well. And I'm not sure how it works with the chat with that, because I think your personal is linked to your fan page. So I think regardless, they can still chat with you. But if you just want them to come like your fan page, that's another thing too. I haven't done that yet.
I was just thinking of that. That might be something interesting as well.
Yeah.
Different strategy, because if you had something, depending on how many, I have like a couple of fan pages. One is religious, and then the other is for business. So, I could get people, if I had another Instagram account, I could do it for both audiences. And then, of course, a personal one, because like you said, if they get to know, like, and trust who you are, that's why we would link it to our personal profile one as well. So
exactly.
We could have 3 different ones going, maybe.
Yeah. So what I'd like to do now is share my phone screen with you guys, and I guess I just click this green button over here on the left. Is that right?
Yep.
let's see here. Can you guys see my phone screen?
I think.
Yes, a little bit to the right, but we can see it. Yes.
Now, can you see it now?
Not yet.
No.
Now?
No, I could.
How about now?
A little better.
Yeah.
A little better. Yeah, there we go.
Let me try something else real quick.
Oh,
Is that
there we go.
better?
Oh,
That
yeah.
is perfect.
Is that yes?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's one of my biggest accounts. I've got 4,647 followers, right? And this is something that I learned from one of the products that I recently bought, is kind of to set it up this way. So I put in, what I do, bookings. It kind of gets people curious, so I put an email address, and then, I did this, and I've changed these accounts over time. I modify them based on how well they perform.
Aaron, can I say something? I'm sorry. You guys could see me behind it. I'm gonna move my my computer to a blank wall so you don't see me in back. You guys see me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let me go move my computer so when he does that, I don't know how that's working out. So you guys don't. A blank wall. Let me see. Okay, while he's doing that. Now you guys don't see me, right?
Right.
Okay,
No,
go ahead.
Okay, so this is an example of what I'm doing to just get people to go straight to my Facebook. Is just basically telling them, my account name's Gravitate to Success. So, I'm just saying, what I do, and here's how to contact me, here's what I'm offering, and here's how you can connect with me. So, just direct them to my Facebook page, which, that's a forwarded link. I bought that domain, off of GoDaddy, but I forwarded it to my Facebook page. So I just made it kind of simple. And then, some of the stuff I want to show you, things that I started posting, early on, I'll take quotes by somebody, and, I'll go to canva.com or different phone apps, where you can basically create a square image and put text on it. So I created this one, and then, I hashtagged all these things, down below it: MLM, network marketing, Herbalife, abundance, people that are in the industry, people that would be interested, and then those are the people that see my image and they'll come follow me. Here's another one, Dream Job Next Exit. You get a certain number of likes, and you put your hashtags there. Things that are relevant to the audience that you want to have join you, right? So, again, you want to switch them up too. You don't want to always use the same ones. I think on these first couple I used a lot of the same ones, but you want to switch them up, and you can put all kinds of different things. Like you can find out what's trending. You can actually research. You can research the popularity of hashtags. If you go to the search down here, you can type in MLM or whatever, and you can see that MLM has been hashtagged, 676,000 times. So it's popular. Then once you click on that, you can start to see images, like Like say here's this one of Ray Higdon. So, you know, maybe I might want to follow this guy. So I can click on his name and follow him, you know. And then I can go down here and leave a comment, you know. And you know, you can do so much with this, and it's really, really cool. But yeah, you know, you see, you just go through images that you like, and then you find out the user of that, and then follow that person whose account it's on. And then, you know, maybe check out some of their other stuff too. You want to build rapport with them. So if you follow them and you engage with their stuff, you know, and they follow you back, then send them a direct message. Here's what I've been doing, is I've been sending direct messages, you know, like this. Or another one I did recently was, you know, thanks for the follow, and then I put my Facebook stuff down there below. I just created this little graphic, you know, different ones, but yeah, you can see people that interact with you, and you know, things like this, just picture quotes. You know, you put in, you know, different hashtags. This one I didn't put, well, yeah, I did put hashtags in it. You know, it's a Mark Twain quote, so I hashtagged Mark Twain. You know, maybe there's people that like Mark Twain, so, you know, I did that to, you know, anybody else searching for Mark Twain or anything like that, they'll see this image, and if they like what they see, you know, they might follow me. So that's just that's kind of what to do there.
Can I just ask, the images that you're putting up there, I heard you mention that you use Canva. Now, is there any other particular platforms that you use or apps that you use to actually create some of these images?
Yes. One of them is called PicsArt. PICSART, PicsArt. Another one is called InstaQuote. Basically, you can choose from the backgrounds they have, or you can insert your own image in it, and you can put a quote on it and save it. And then one thing I like to do is, see how at the bottom of this I've got a website, entrepreneurs.cangainwealth.com.
Yeah.
I watermark it. Like I'll put a watermark on it, you know, just in case people are curious. Be like, oh, what does this mean? And then they go to that website, and you know, it might be a capture page or something, you know. At the top of this one, you can also see it there too, like right under my username. What that is when you post a photo, you can post a location. Well, instead of putting an actual location, type in a website. It's not an actual link, but it actually, you know, it's text. But you can put, like up there, I put the little flags, you know, the emojis. So when you put that stuff up there, it just catches your eye, like, you know, like just another way for people to see your link. You know, this is another one, an image that I found. Another one here, you know, I've got my website down at the bottom right-hand corner. An example of results, you know. You don't want to post too many of your like results pictures. From what I found, you know, it seems kind of spammy. You know, but you want to give them value like this, you know. Like I got 175 likes on that picture, and you know, it's just kind of cool to go in and see, you know, the responses people give you, and you know, there's some people on there that'll respond negatively sometimes, but you can delete the comments, you know. Same with your Facebook, you know, when somebody is being negative, you can just delete their comments or whatever. Same thing on this. You want to keep everything, positive. This one I took a screenshot, of a classic video game and modified it a little bit, put a website on it, and
getting creative. No, love it. To be honest, like you say, it's just all about being imaginative. But it's that kind of thing that captures your audience's attention, and ultimately it brings out your personality in the way you are as well, and people sort of resonate with that, and ultimately that's what intrigues people to want to know more about you. And like you say, in your case, it's looking at the Facebook image, and obviously I've seen your email address as well. So I mean, it's send you an email or click on the Facebook link to come across and connect me on Facebook.
Yeah, and it's all just experimenting and finding out what works. One thing that's really cool is this image in the upper left that has Facebook on it, and it's got a video. You can do a 15-second video on Instagram. You can record a video. So what I did was I recorded a short video, and then I used an app called VidStitch Pro. And what you can do is you can combine a video with an image. So the bottom half is an image, the top half is a video. And once you combine it, you can insert it into Instagram as a post. And I'll see if it'll play here. On Instagram, if you'd like to connect with me on Facebook, please visit the link below this video, and we can connect from there. Looking forward to getting to know you. Thanks. Bye. Hey, my friend, thank you so much for... Yeah, so that's something I started doing just in the past couple weeks.
That's really cool, Aaron. That's awesome.
Thanks. Yeah, I just.
Do you ever use? I have a quick question. Do you ever use the app on your phone? I have an Android, and it comes with the text. That's what I've been using, and I use those, and then it has another kind of like a pin where I just take my finger and I handwrite across it, whatever I want to say. Yeah, that's what I use once in a while. I use Canva sometimes, but I find for me, I use PicMonkey if I'm going to do something. But I like the images right on my phone. I take the little app that I have that already is preloaded, and then that's where I put up a saying, and then put my website across the bottom.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'm getting for some reason. Does somebody have? Is there something that changed in the settings or something? I'm hearing feedback. Okay.
No, I think it's. Sorry.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good thing about this is you can be as creative as you want to be. I'm always finding things to do that are new and a little bit different, but that's what's awesome about masterminds like this is we can bounce these ideas off each other, and I've learned so much from other people. I can't take credit for all of this stuff. I just implemented what I learned essentially, and I try to make it my own, and that's what's important to do is to just not only keep learning what you need to do, but also to go out there and implement it right away, even before you figure it out. Don't waste any time trying to figure it out. Just go do it. If you fail, that's fine. You'll learn something from it. Learn the lesson, move on. Just keep doing it. Keep taking consistent action. There's so much you can do with this platform. There's millions and millions of hashtags, you're not going to saturate any audience, because there's so many people and so many different, hashtags and interests out there. You can make it your own. I would recommend marketing towards people that are like you to begin with. If you're into playing guitar, market to people that like to play guitar. If if you know you're into traveling, or if you like to cook, market to people that like to cook. Anything. So that's what I would recommend on that kind of stuff. And it's this has just been so awesome for me because for one thing, it's free leads. When people click this link, sometimes it's a capture page, sometimes it goes to a bridge video, other times it goes straight to my Facebook. That they're all leads. They're all people that are somehow drawn to what you have to offer. So now, once you have them, it's up to you to not to convince them, but to get them to tell you what they want.
No,
So
that's awesome. And I suppose the message, like you say, like you was mentioning just a moment ago, is kind of like people get so caught up with trying to get everything perfect. I mean, I know this is one thing that really hampered me when I first got started, because I was just kind of thinking, I was so eager to get started. I was caught up with the whole focusing on trying to learn everything and apply everything, and obviously you can't do everything all at once. But the biggest obstacle for me was just thinking that I needed to get everything perfect. And like you say, it's learning this. So I learn this and then I can get started. But then, like you say, something else will come up. And I suppose the message that we're trying to get across to everybody is you just need to get started. You just need to take action. And in spite of what you think you know, in spite of what you think you don't know, or what you feel may be missing that will get you to the next level, take action anyway, because it's that action that's going to carry you forward. Regardless of what you know, it's the action that needs more than anything. So make sure that whatever you do, take action and learn as you go. It's not like when you're moving your own road as you're moving your own.
Yeah, and speaking of that, taking action, I was kind of procrastinating too. I kind of felt like you, Neil, that I had to learn every single thing before I got it right, because I was not really familiar with computers and how to all this marketing works and everything, and I was just scared to death of doing things. And I'm still apprehensive, but at least I have taken steps to move forward, and that's all we ask people to do, because if they're looking for a way to market online, Instagram is so easy. It looks, you have to learn a little bit, but that's why we want them to click the link below, because they could come on our hangouts like this and they can learn a lot of things from people who are actually doing things and making it successful. So it says that green button that we have says, yes, let me in. And also, don't forget to leave a comment if you're enjoying what you're learning today.
Yeah, definitely want to give a quick shout out and thank you to Erin for taking the time out to join us on the Hangout. Very much appreciated. And again, as mentioned, if you've got tremendous value, please add a comment below. I've just thoroughly enjoyed it. A hell of a lot. And I'm just going to apply everything that I've learned. So I really, really want to appreciate Erin for coming out and teaching us this stuff. So very much appreciated.
I appreciate you guys having me. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to seeing your Instagram posts. If you haven't reached out on Facebook, feel free to connect with me there as well. So it's facebook.com/Aaron Martinez 82, or you can just find me on Facebook, search my name. But I like to put out things that I think are gonna be a benefit to everybody. So I'm so pleased to be working with this panel of fine people here today. So thank you for having me once again, and we'll look forward to your success.
Quick question, Aaron. The VidStitch Pro, is that is it VidStitchPro but it's an app, you said.
It's an app for Android. I don't know if I'm not sure if it's on.
I think you should be good now.
Okay, yeah. VidStitch Pro, I think, might be on both platforms, Android and Apple, but I know for sure it's on Android. So, like, if you're on an Android phone, you can go to the Play Store and get it. It's, maybe like, it might be about $5 or something. I'm not sure how much it is, but it is worth it. It is definitely worth it because of the fact you can show somebody, just like I did, hey, click below, find me on Facebook here, and then you can be talking to them via video as well. And it's worked. I get friend requests all day long, doing this. So, and it's people that are intrigued by you. So.
No, well, that tip, that is a super valuable tip, and I really appreciate that.
Yes, and also, I guess it's safe to say we'll see you next month in person too, down in Orlando to really blow up Instagram. Is that is that safe to say? I mean, another thing too, for our viewers that want to check us out too live, and yes, by all means, go down below. Yes, let me in, and you have this basically, as we like to call it, it's your home base, our blogging platform. Just to test it out, give it a shot for 2-week trial. 2-week trial. Obviously money back to guaranteed, 100% guaranteed after 2 weeks. But I mean, give it a shot and go through the information within the products. It's more than just a blogging platform, and you'll see exactly what Aaron was able to implement from what we're being taught within our community. And again, too, we have our event coming up next month, and I'm being kind of biased because it's my hometown state in the middle of the state of Orlando. But I mean, yes, by all means, come on down and join us as well down there next month, so you can really blow up your Instagram as well. You can blow up your Instagram account with his photos, because basically, in short, and I guess it's safe to say too, Aaron, you're getting curiosity from your people.
Nice. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to go read the comments.
Exactly. Well, again, in all seriousness, we really do appreciate you coming on tonight, man. We really do love it. Just some of the simple concepts that it never crossed my mind until you just kind of made this so simple. I was like, oh my goodness. Like I said earlier, I was like, you got to be kidding me. Just something, little tweaks I just did not know. The saying, you don't know, you don't know. I was just like, wow, I'm really glad that you came out here, man. I really appreciate you, man.
Awesome. And that's just scratching the surface of what you can do with this thing. There's definitely more advanced strategies, I guess, that you can use in Instagram, but this is the basics of it. It's just the tip of the iceberg with it. So it's up to you what you want to do with it, and we don't have enough time to cover everything. Like I said, I have multiple accounts. I'm doing different things, but this is the basics of what I'm doing, and this stuff works. I'm telling you, it works. So
we'd love to have you come back, perhaps another time down the road, and share some other tips and tricks with us about that.
Oh, I would love to.
Awesome.
It's been an absolute pleasure having you out here, and we can't thank you enough for coming out and just sharing us what you've been doing, because it's been absolutely amazing. I know I, for one, have learned quite a lot, and I'm ready to implement. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing pretty much from now. So it's been a pleasure, and I hope everyone that is on the Hangout has got as much value content as I have. So with that, we can close out unless anybody has any closing thoughts.
Nope. Other than that, we'll see you same time, same place next week.
Yeah, just thank you.
Okay, so thanks a lot, guys. Like I say, if you comment below, and also if you want to learn more, get started with us, and we'll take you through all you need to do to get started. So if you're curious at all, like Andre just mentioned, you do have a 14-day trial in which you can trial out this, just see what it's all about, and reach out to us, and we will connect with you and we'll get you started. So if you're just curious, give it a try. You've got 14 days before you actually make a decision. But from that, we'll get you started. We'll show you what to do, what you need to be doing every single day to build your business. And in those 14 days, we will have you on track to get to where you want to be and up sort of the direction in which you need to go. So I hope you found all this valuable. And like I say, just give us a few comments below if you really got value as much as what I know I have. And we'll see you on the next Hangout.